The other piece of functionality that we've got, and this is really for power users, is our G Sheets import function. And so I'm going to show you that as well. When you start off as a new account, you've got a 5-step process that you need to go through for us to create a master Google Sheets file that will be associated to your account. It will also populate your chart of accounts into that sheet. So this live hot link is then created. The data from the sheet that I'm about to show you was synced an hour ago, but again, I'm going to make a change, do it in real time, sync it. Hopefully the demo gods will keep me right. And we'll be able to see how this works in practice. So again, I am going to whiz across to our template. This is the master sheet. I've got 2 different templates from that screen that we're using, which I've copied into my master. And I'm going to show you the UK payroll version. We have an Australian one, New Zealand's on its way. And what you'll see is that you've got pretty neat way to be quite detailed on hiring new staff and playing with affordability of new staff before you hire them. So in this instance, we've got Ryan, we've got our department that we've decided that we want to call it. Set my start date. He hasn't got a leave date yet because he's a current employee. We've got the opportunity for annual, hourly, and daily staff. You would set up, if I changed that to daily, you'd then have, that this changes to per day. The system knows that. And I would then put, I don't know, £100 a day, for instance, in here for Ryan. The expected monthly commission, he's not got any annual bonus. You've got an employee expenses override. You've got, this is where then the account that you're, which type of payroll account you're looking at, you would choose. And then we've got pension options. We've got the ability to add in, hardware, fixed assets. Do I need to buy a new phone for them when they start? All of those settings for these things you will find up here. So we've got a checklist for initial use so that you don't, you get everything right. Payroll, if you've used payroll software, you'll know it's quite complicated. And so we've got full ticks here that everything's looking grand because all of the settings to power all of the calculations, the journal postings into multiple accounts are found here. Some of them, in the case of needed updating, you definitely need to map the correct accounts. So, go ahead and do that the first time that you're using it. All of those accounts from your accounts package will be pulled through. We've then got, the primary payroll or secondary payroll. So you might have 2 different payroll runs. We've tried to cater for everything with this. You've then got, because this is the UK, your HMRC payments, or it might be your BAS payments with superannuation if you're in Australia. And when are they paid? What's the period cadence? And how many days at the end of the period? So you only need to do this once. And then any changes you're just making to the staff area that I showed you first. How much do each of these things cost? Which cost accounts? So it's really straightforward. I think the best thing to do is go through and actually enter, one of your employees, and then you kind of work it back to figure out the best, what you want to pay for everything. These are the current thresholds for all of your payroll tables for your country, either UK or Australia right now, will be pre-filled for you. However, if it's changing, and sometimes it changes at the beginning of the new financial year, you can put in the new thresholds there. And so if you've got an employee who's staying with you past that threshold, all of those calculations will be updated for you without you needing to do anything. So again, it's really time saving. But again, you only need to, these will be pre-filled for you. You don't need to update them today. And then if I collapse that back down again, you've got, an overview of your headcount, starters, leavers, total salaries for each financial year, and then what you're paying, national insurance, PAYE in the UK, pensions and additional costs. You've got that overview. So we've changed Ryan. Now what I need to do is go back and have a look at Ryan for you. Where is he? Salaries. Here's Ryan. So we've got Ryan's salaries here is £2,916.67. But we know that we're going to change him. We've changed him to £100 a day instead, which is starting in September. Now, I don't know what that's going to spew out, but we're going to, should we make it massive just so that everybody can see it? Let's give him a £10,000 a day daily rate. So I'm going to go to the import tab, and I'm going to hit sync. And it's going to say, yeah, we're going to sync these two templates. There was an opportunity to, if you don't want to sync one of your members of staff, that's totally fine, but we're going to sync the predictions. It's doing its business, and it's already updated. So let's go and have a look, shall we? If we go to home and expenses and have a look at Ryan. Yeah, Ryan has got some serious salary going on now with his £10,000 a day salary. It's that quick. So for you to be able to create not only pinpoint accurate, i.e. payroll software, accuracy for your staff, you can also start playing with taking on, different staff members. When's the right time to do it? Is it this month? Is it next month? And so on and so forth. There are lots of different tables here that you can use. Invoice discounting, like I say, loan amortization. If you've got existing loans, we're going to know about those journals already, and we're going to be posting them to your interest and principal loan repayment account. But if you've got a brand new one that you're thinking of taking, get the template, work it out, pop it in, and see if you can actually afford it.